And now let's check in with our meteorologist, Brian, for a look at your weather this morning. Brian, it looks really nice out there this morning.
I like that shot too. You still got a little bit of the haze there, and that's kind of where we get the Smoky Mountains from, is always that haze. And already seeing breaks in the clouds and plenty of sunshine. So not a bad looking day for your Sunday, a day that you kind of sit back and relax and not melt when you go outside.
But put that deodorant on.
And yes, I was thinking if I should put a DeoCast.
We'll put a graphic up there or something.
Yeah, just call it the DeoCast. Needed.
How much deodorant you need on a scale of 1 to 10? Three swipes or 4?
Might be onto something. I mean, they got the hair cast and
see what I'm saying?
Melt meter.
We can start this thing on the weekends. Deodorize.
Yeah. Get some sponsors for it. Brought to you by.
Yeah, I heard it here first.
Like the way you're thinking. We'll talk. All right, let's get right into it here as we're heading out to the pool today. And, we need the sunscreen. So we all know that. The sun, usually I would show the UV index, but it's always going to be high or extremely high this time of the year. It's just part of the drill. We have 78 degrees by this afternoon and into the mid-80s for a high today. And if you're heading out to the Chattanooga market, beautiful day to do so there as well, as we'll have the big fans going, the music going, and, it's going to be packed here, but always a great place. Mid-80s at 3 o'clock, and about 5 o'clock we'll go with the mid-80s too. All right, as far as our FUTURECAST goes, you see like a dot of green there. I really think we're going to stay dry today and going into this evening dry as well. Tonight, overnight, mostly clear skies. There could be a few clouds developing, but if we stay clear enough tonight, temperatures may actually be a couple degrees cooler tomorrow morning in many locations. So I'm still kind of thinking that a few spots might hit the upper 50s, but then we warm back up tomorrow. And slightly drier air tomorrow is actually easier to heat and cool. Think the desert. Not that dry, but nevertheless, with the sun tomorrow and slightly drier air, our highs on Monday will be right around 90 to 91 degrees. So we're starting to heat back up. Other than that, your Monday is dry. Looking at the tropics here, we are starting to see it becoming a little bit more active. Still has been fairly quiet season, and we like that. We do have Tropical Storm Don now with winds roughly around 60, 65, and that's going to continue to push off to the north and east. It's not going to bother anybody. But we're also watching another system that's a little bit further to the south, and we'll keep an eye on it here. It is way over here, and let's see if the graphic does it. There it goes. So you start to see that little system, which has got about a 50-50 chance of developing. It makes its way off towards the west here. We'll see if it holds together. Probably not, is what some of the forecasts are suggesting, but nevertheless, it stays away from the United States. But things will start to get a bit more active as we get into the month of August, with the peak of the hurricane season around the first 2 weeks of September. Remember, we can have hurricanes in October, and sometimes that's where we get our rain from in the fall. As far as rainfall this week goes, Wednesday, Thursday, not much, a couple clouds, an isolated shower rumble possible in the afternoon. And our FUTURECAST is trending drier going into this upcoming weekend. So good news there too for any sort of plans you might have going into next Saturday and Sunday. As far as our rainfall amounts go, this is not really set in stone, but a little bit of a better chance along the Cumberland Plateau where the mountains might help force up the air and squeeze out a shower. But the majority of us between today and not tomorrow, this is Monday of next week. And you see, really, hardly anything at all. So we are going to dry out and we are going to heat up. Temperature outlook for the last few days of July and getting into the first day of August. Yeah, you don't really like to see this time of the year. All that red means well above average temperatures, no doubt, because we'll be in the mid-90s going into next week. And I know a lot of folks have been kind of tired of all that rainfall, and I can understand, but now we're going to start drying out with below average precipitation. And that means setting the stage for what could be a pretty hot August. And pretty hot next week too. Look at that. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, those temperatures into the mid-90s. So today, not bad. 87, partly sunny, a nice afternoon. A little breeze too, fantastic in the shade with that slightly lower humidity. Great looking evening. And then tomorrow, still not bad, hot. But the humidity kicks back in on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, so it's going to feel like it's around 100.
Wow, those feels like temperatures are something crazy.
Yeah, good old heat index values. So like I said, we're sort of used to it around here, but got to warn the folks.
So about how many strokes of deodorant do you use?
So by the time we get into Wednesday and Thursday, 7.
7? Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I can deal with that.
Got to get it good.
I can deal with that. Well, thanks so much, Brian.
No problem.